excited to talk about all things storage. Let's start with persistent storage. So we all know that Portworx provides persistent storage to apps running on Red Hat OpenShift.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how that works?
Sure. So, Portworx is a cloud-native storage solution. We provide highly available and resilient storage solutions for anybody running Kubernetes, which obviously is OpenShift customers for Red Hat.
That's cool, and it also is interesting to think about. You can develop an app, and then maybe people are bolting on disaster recovery after the fact, which probably isn't the smartest idea, right?
Right. So, Portworx really gives resilient solutions for protecting your apps using both synchronous and asynchronous replication using our DR functionality. Our footprint for resources is really small compared to some of the other solutions, so we're seeing a lot of customers with OpenShift really look at this for some edge use case deployments and really taking advantage of the smaller footprints that they have.
And it's really interesting, the kind of cohesiveness with OpenShift here. I'd like to learn more about the collaboration between Red Hat and Portworx.
Yeah, sure. So Red Hat and Portworx have been partners for so many years now, and that shows up in the product integrations, right from having our operator listed on the operator hub, so it's easy to deploy for customers that are using OpenShift, to dynamic plugin integration so that OpenShift users have a single pane of glass view for managing not just their apps but also storage. But then we're taking that a step further, right? Like with, as Tim highlighted, disaster recovery solution. So if you are running OpenShift clusters in your own data centers, you can have a synchronous DR solution which gives you that zero data loss, zero recovery point objective. But if you wanted to build those hybrid multi-cloud solutions where you have OpenShift running on-prem but you have a ROSA service or an ARO service that's running in AWS or Azure respectively, you can build these asynchronous disaster recovery solutions where you can take your applications and then recover them if in case of a disaster event and recover them on that secondary site. So all of that capability Portworx brings to Red Hat customers, and if you are a customer that's not using Portworx today, you should check us out.
And what I'm hearing is really everywhere all the time. So let's talk about OpenShift virtualization. Does this work with virtual machines?
Oh, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of customers that might be not fully containerized with modernizing their applications. So we do support OpenShift virtualization, all of the underlying KubeVirt. So, when you have a customer, or if you're a customer that might be, almost 80% containerized, but you still have a handful of VMs that you need to run, you can use Portworx as that underlying storage foundation, and we support live migration and HA for those virtual machines as well.
Are you also supporting automation? That's the buzzword, right?
Yep.
We're hearing this like crazy.
Right. Absolutely. So, we have Portworx Autopilot, which is our automated capacity management solution. Gives you the capability to make sure that your containers or your VMs aren't running out of disk space. We can automatically grow those so that they stay up and online. And then, we've recently worked on a Red Hat validated pattern. And so all of the GitOps and multi-cloud functionality that the validated pattern teams are working on in Red Hat, we're extending that to include Portworx to be able to deploy in those as well.
Yeah, and that community pattern is a really cool solution if you wanted a hub and a spoke architecture, right? Where you can have your main OpenShift cluster running Red Hat ACM, Red Hat OpenShift, and then you can have these workload clusters where you can deploy Portworx, and all of that process is automated using the validated pattern and the GitOps fundamentals. So great integration right there.
Wow, integration. There are so many different elements and layers to this collaboration, and it was great to learn more about it.
Yeah, thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.